welcome back to another vlog. I'm just in the middle of getting dressed, putting an outfit together because it's Friday and Murphy and I are going on a date tonight. However, the twist here is that I have no idea what we're doing. It's a surprise and Murphy's usually not the best at keeping surprises, so I'm surprised that he's been able to withhold information. He's had this plan for like a week and a half, and I did try to get some details because, like, obviously the outfit has to fit the vibe. It's not dinner, so there's no food involved. It is an activity and it is indoors, and he said dress like comfortable, we might be standing the entire time. I tried to make some guesses, and like the usual suspects that feel Murphy are not the case. Like it's not mini golf, it's not darts, it's not bowling, it's not like a wine tasting. So I'm completely stumped. I have zero idea what it could be. I was trying to like get in his mind and be like, if I'm Murphy, like what am I planning? But I'm usually the planner. Like I'm the person doing our trips and planning dates and stuff. So this is new. I like it, but I don't know. It could be, I could absolutely hate it, but we'll see. I did ask if it was like, are we like playing each other or whatever? And he was like, we're like, I guess we're on like the same team. And I was like, so there's other people there? And he's like, yeah. And then my anxiety was like, got a little bit raised. So yeah, I have no idea. I'm trying not to like get in my head about it too much, but yeah, I'm just trying to sort out my outfit. I do think I'm gonna wear these jeans. These are my tried and true low-rise baggy from Abercrombie. They're just honestly the most comfortable jeans that I own. I could wear them all day. I'm gonna try some options. I'll show you what I land on. So I think I'm gonna rock the Canadian tuxedo, guys. Like this denim matches pretty well with these pants. Now I'm just trying to decide on the shoes. If I like the ballet flat or the sneaker better. I'm kind of leaning, I think, sneaker. I think it just like looks a bit cuter with this, the way these pants lay. Because you know what? Here's the thing about Abercrombie. Their jeans I always get in short, and so these are short, and they're literally the perfect length. Like they don't hit the ground. But I've had a few other pairs of their jeans and also just their regular pants, like the silk ones and some linen ones, also in short, and they're too long. Like they still need to have like an inch taken off. So I don't know. It's not all the same, you know? That's the thing about sizing. It's so annoying. We can't all be universal. I think I'm gonna rock with this. It's casual, it's comfortable, and yeah, so we're going to whatever thing at 5:45, and I'll let you know what we do, because I'm intrigued. I really have zero idea, and I'm like hit or miss on surprises. Like I like to be somewhat prepared. Like that's why I was asking, like, well, what do I wear? Are we moving around, sort of thing, and to like mentally prepare myself depending on what it is, but we shall see. So I'll show you what we get up to and give you a little debrief after the fact. I forgot to update you on our cute date night. How cute was that though? It was a bake-off sort of experience. So it was, if you've seen Great British Bake Off, it was very much set up that way, and it was timed. You had 90 minutes, and they did judge them mainly on your creativity, not like how your cake tasted, because you could bring your cake home, but it was so not on my radar. I was not expecting that to be the date, but it was so much fun, and honestly, fairly priced for what you get. And you can buy beer, wine, soda while you're doing that, and we got in 0 arguments, which is good. We both were creatively aligned and we were enjoying ourselves, and the cake turned out pretty good, I will say. But like normally, if you've watched for a little while, you'll know I am very much, I need my space when I'm cooking. And so that was no problem. He worked on the cake and I did the frosting, and then we collaborated on the decorations and stuff. But oh my God, it was so much fun. But yeah, we're back into the work week now and just kind of catching up on some stuff. I have, oh, you know what? We did go play tennis on Sunday, just Murphy and I, and we're gonna play again this Friday, so I can like actually have a little more like court time and put to practice what I've been learning. And I have my second tennis lesson tonight, so I'm curious what we'll be learning today. But what I've learned from playing with Murphy on Sunday is that my backhand is terrible. So to be fair, we haven't learned that yet, so I don't quite know if there's like a different grip, if there's different way to go about it, but that needs some practice for sure. But I feel like I'm improving. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more consistent with my forehand, which is good. So yeah, I've got my second one tonight, and then we booked the tennis courts for 2 hours on Friday because Murphy has the day off. So I'll end the day a little bit earlier and we'll do that, but I'm excited. And another exciting thing happening over here is we're getting a Sephora in Bristol, which is very exciting. I do really want to go to the opening. It opens at 1, but we'll see. It just kind of depends on what work looks like, how much stuff I get done. And yeah, we'll see. I do need to go bring my Uniqlo pants that I got to get hemmed. So I need to go to town anyway. It's just a matter of me feeling like standing in the queue. But if I do go, I will, show you a little haul. I am going to ahead of time create like a wish list, not that I'm going to buy everything, but just so I have an idea. Otherwise, it gets very chaotic. I want to know what I actually like need or want and test some of the things. So we'll see, but I'm excited to have a Sephora. That's kind of what's going on this week. Murphy's away until Thursday. So yeah, but I had to remember to check in and tell you about that baking experience because it was so much fun and it was so cute of him to surprise me with that. He's not usually that type of person to like plan and surprise me with a date, but it was very, very sweet. So I loved it. But that's all for now. I did go to Sephora and it was quite the event, and boy did people line up early. Listen, my back is aching from standing in line, but I am glad I got to go because I did pick up some good things. So I did go with some things that I knew I wanted in mind and just some general things that have been on my wish list as far as switching things out and just kind of replacing things that are honestly quite old. So I also got a ton of samples while I was waiting in the queue, but let's go through the things I purchased first. Don't mind this, I'm testing a bunch of things. So first of all, I've heard a bunch of people talk about the Rhode eye masks, so I wanted to try those. And I still have my little glazing milk, so I didn't repurchase that, but I would, especially for the summer. So I am excited to try these eye patches. It comes with 5 of them. I also picked up, this I'm really excited about. I've been wanting to try Merit as a brand in general for quite a while, but especially their blushes. And I feel like even when I was grabbing for this, the girl in the store was like, oh my God, you're gonna love this blush. So it's kind of like a sunburny look. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna look on my complexion. It is Bespoke, and I'm gonna try it right now because I put it on my hand, but I wanna see what it's like on my skin, especially since I'm quite fair. So, oh yeah, I do like that. I do like this. It's like a natural flush of the cheeks, and it does look like I've had like a glass of wine or just like slightly sunburnt. It's very buildable. It's actually more sheer than I thought, so you can really more than you think, but I really like this. It's not too much because I feel like a lot of blush looks really stark on me, but this is really nice. The blushes I have, I've like disgustingly had for like 2 years. It's crazy. Also for Merit Beauty, and this was quite the challenge because I had to have help trying to find the right color for me. I got their complexion stick, which can be used for whatever, you can get darker shade for bronze or contour. You can get a lighter shade for all over. And what I was talking to with the guy that was helping me is he said in summer, if I want to get a different color for overall complexion and then use this as the concealer, that would be really perfect. But I got the shade Bone, which matches my neck a bit more because I am quite pale and fair skin, but that's what it looks like without it being rubbed in. And then he said it's also very buildable. But I think that is perfect, literally my skin. So Bone, if you have like a fair pinkish undertones, this is perfect. And why I wanted to pick this up also is if I just wanted I wanted one shade that was close to one of these two in my Mary Phillips palette, and this is exactly that. So I would go maybe 2 shades darker for summer, but I don't try to tan my face too much anyway. Okay, bronzer. I have the Hoola bronzer, again, years, like gross. It should probably just go in the trash. So I picked up a small NARS bronzer because I don't bronze a lot, but I do feel like I'm going to try some more bronzy looks this summer. And the big one, I just didn't feel like I needed a big one, and they're like 40 pounds. So I got Laguna 2, so it's not too dark. I haven't used their bronzer before. Yeah, it goes well with the blush. It's, yeah, not too much because a lot of them are quite like more orangey undertones, and I need a little bit more of a neutral like taupe base. So actually this is perfect, and I think goes, again, really good with my complexion. It does give like normal tan, not like I've just loaded up with bronzer. I love this for me. We're finally getting rid of disgustingly old products. And the final thing, which has been on my list for a while, and I didn't need to get it at Sephora because we have it at Boots, but I figured I'm there and I may as well get the points, is the Wonder Skin lip tint. And I wanted this because the Sachu one, I don't really like the peel, and this you just leave on and then dab it off. And so I got this color, which is charming, and I tested the one that's a little more viral, and I can't remember the name of it, but I kind of liked this darker look better because it looks like the Huda one that I have, which is Rosewood, but I'm gonna test this. Okay, I'll come back once this is all dried off. Okay, I've taken the lip off, so I do think it's very comparable to the Rosewood lip stain from Huda, if you're familiar. It's just, for me, like my lips, but better, just like a tinge darker. So I really like that because I like to keep it quite natural, and I love a lip stain because I don't have to reapply, which I hate doing. But those are the purchases. Now, if you're still around, this is all samples, so I love a sample. The first is the Tier Mask Fit Red Cushion. We've got 3, and I bet one of these will actually, oh no, there's 6. Oh, I love that. And I bet between these 6, one will be my normal shade and one will be my like tanner shade. So I'm curious about that, but it might be too full coverage. We'll see. We got Bioma, the Milky Toner. This I'm actually really excited about. I used this ages ago, but I haven't since. So that's the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. Excited to try that because I do get quite creasy lids, but I have learned a good tip, and that is, so I put my normal primer on my face, and then I actually use setting powder on my lids, and then I apply eyeshadow, and that seems to help with my like greasy eyelids quite a bit. And yeah, but I will give that a try and see if that also helps. We've got a perfume sample, Gucci Flora. We have another Gucci mascara in this cute little tube. This is the Kosas sunscreen, tinted sunscreen. I'm not sure if it's tinted or not. Rare Beauty exfoliating body wash. The Drunk Elephant glycolic night serum. Head and hair conditioner. This is interesting. I had to smell this as soon as they handed it out. It's Juliet Has a Gun, and I really like their original perfume, the Not a Perfume, and they've come out with a banana one. And listen, only if you're a fan, like you love banana scented things, would that be for you. It's not for me, but it's like a caramelly banana scent. I don't know. It's too much for me. Tatcha Dewy Skin. This I have tried. Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Refi Face Setting Spray. And Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. Those are my freebies. That was very exciting. They had a bunch of people going up and down the queue, and then they had people handing them out in store as well, and they had so many workers ready to help you. And I did try the Giorgio Armani concealer. I did find my shade. I did not purchase today, but I did find my shade, so I don't have to go deal with that later. But that is a wish list item of something I would like to try, but I do think that I will end up using this in the summer as my concealer, the Merit stick. So that is my Sephora haul. I am now going to walk Monty, and I have hot Pilates later, so I'll be taking my makeup off for that and getting ready to sweat because it is the Sculpt one, and if you've heard me talk about it before, it's a killer every single time. No move gets easier. It is, you know, you got ankle weights, you got dumbbells, it's a lot, all in 35 degrees Celsius. I leave dripping. But anyway, that is my Sephora haul. If you've tried any of these things that I got as samples, let me know if you like them, if you recommend them. I'm very curious to try them, and I'm excited about my new makeup. It feels nice to like replenish when you know you've just been using things that are probably past their expiration date. So anyway, that is my haul. I will see you in the days coming. Hello friends, apologies, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind of footage and kind of random, and it was just like a very action-packed weekend. It's bank holiday weekend, so Saturday we were just like, we did the usual run club, and then Murphy and I played tennis for a while, and then I actually started Lord of the Rings, which I had tried before and I just like wasn't into it, but I had felt like now was like the time. So I watched the first one and I absolutely loved it, the extended edition. So I broke it up between 2 different days, but I loved it. And Sunday, Pilates and brunch, and then we had the East Bristol Brewery Trail, which is there's 7 breweries around, and you go hop around them, but we usually stay at one. So we went to Left Handed Giant, and we were there yesterday for like 6 or 7 hours, just like chatting and enjoying. And you know, I didn't have too much to drink, but like enough that it impacted my sleep, so I'm definitely tired today, but fortunately it's a bit of a gloomy day today. So we're going to see Devil Wears Prada 2. I'm so excited. Devil Wears Prada is like one of those movies that made me like, I feel like a lot of people feel similar, and I've been hearing good reviews on the movie. You know, sometimes when the second one or just an additional one comes out way later, sometimes it's hit or miss. We'll see what my like official review is, but I've been hearing good things, and I feel like the nostalgia of it all in alone will just be amazing. So I'm keeping it very comfy for the movie, and we're going to our favorite. I've talked about Everyman before, but it's like you get the couches and it's very cool and they have good food, and yeah, that's what's up for today really. And then just do some house stuff when we get back. I'm very much like a daytime movie person, so we're going to the 1 o'clock showing, and we will be back in time to make dinner and still do some things around the house, and maybe I'll start Lord of the Rings 2, the Two Towers. I've heard it's really good, very action-packed, so TBD, but I will give my full thoughts on Devil Wears Prada 2 once I get back. Okay, update on the movie. Hopefully it's not too loud. I have the air filter on. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not as good as the first, but you know, the first is just such like a cult classic. But I feel like just the nostalgia of getting the like core characters together, like Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, Meryl Streep, and Anne Hathaway was incredible, and a lot of like fun cameos, but it definitely just, it wasn't to the level of the first one, but still good. And like I said, just like the nostalgia of bringing it all back 20 years later, which is crazy, was amazing, and really enjoyed it. And we went with friends and we stopped at a pub after, and we're just catching up for a few hours, which was really nice. Now it's a chill night. I'm just gonna read for a couple hours and go to bed, and then we're back to the daily grind. Tennis lessons tomorrow, work tomorrow, gym, you know, back to the regularly scheduled programming, if you will. So it's been a wonderful, very busy, long weekend, a lot of socializing, so I definitely need a little bit of like alone time to re-energize. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So that's all for the bank holiday weekend, but I will check in again this week. Hello friends, I just wanted to pop on to give a formal ending to this vlog. It's been kind of all over the place, and honestly that's how I feel the past few weeks have been anyway. I just wrapped up filming the last Wear It Well series. If you've been watching that, that's been absolutely out of my comfort zone, but really enjoyable. I think, you know, if you've watched any of it, just kind of really honing in on like your own style and like how you want to present yourself. It's been fun and like eye-opening to different ways to use the clothes you actually have, and also to kind of rejig how you're shopping. And I definitely, like, one of my goals this year was obviously to tone it down a little bit as far as like spending money, and I feel like I've done, I mean, I feel like this is a bad representation because I just did a Sephora haul and like I usually have some sort of haul, but like, to be fair, I feel like before I was buying stuff that was like quite trendy and just to buy it, and it just like never got use or what have you, or it would only go with one outfit or whatever. And so this is just kind of like making me think more when I'm like buying something, if it's going to be a versatile piece in my closet, if it's trendy, or if it's actually something that I can see myself using for years to come. You know, what's the material made out of? If it's, you know, a natural fiber, is it going to last a while? Is it worth the money? Like all of those sorts of questions. And I feel like it's really helped in that aspect. And to be honest, I'm more of like a person that buys things in person rather than online, just because I'm super picky about the way that things fit. Fortunately, most of the purchases that I've made on Vinted in the past, they all somehow fit like amazingly, and anything that doesn't, I just pop back on, and usually they're like a hot commodity, so I, you know, at least make most of my money back. But it's been so fun, and you know, I finished the book, but I want to kind of continue doing some more style stuff as well, because it is fun and it keeps that like creative muscle working. And I mean, I'm scared to do summer, but I'm going to because it's going to be good for me. But I hate dressing for summer. It's like I dread summer for that reason, because like dresses aren't always practical, shorts I'm so picky about, and skirts also I just feel like maybe I just haven't found the right one. I feel like they look weird on me. But that's going to be a challenge, but hopefully a good one. And I actually have some shorts coming from Vinted this week, so we'll have that. But that is it for this vlog, and next video will be the final Wear It Well, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in more vlogs very soon.